Well, we have to talk about your dad.
Absolutely.
Such an amazing icon for so many people.
Oh, yeah.
Is it wild that there's so many films out there that are so beloved, but that you get to watch and be able to laugh with?
Yeah, it's awesome. You know, he made so many amazing films, and it is a treat. It's totally a treat because those films resonate with people from so many different age groups and so many different walks of life, and it's just nice that I get to share in that legacy and also share with them and laughing at them because he was just such a creative, genius when it came to that stuff.
When one of his films are on TV, like Uncle Buck, like
Right.
are you able, because that movie is on all the time,
yeah.
and I love that because that is
Yeah.
a comfort film
Yeah.
for me anyway. Do you stop and watch, or do you have to get into the right mode to watch one of your dad's films?
No, I think if they're on, I always like throwing them on and watching them or checking them out for a little bit. But like I've said before in interviews and all kinds of stuff during the Thanksgiving season in the States and in Canada, we always throw on like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and such a holiday classic. Yeah. So yeah, they're fun to watch, and it's like you were saying, it's so nice to share in the nostalgia of what he brought to the table creatively.
Is there one role that really stands out for you in terms of just something that he took on that really impresses you still to this day?
I was just watching with my buddy Clark actually the other night some of his SCTV work with like Eugene and the Schmengi brothers, and like going back through all of that character work that they did on SCTV is so incredible to me. So recently I've been more focused on a lot of the work they were doing there because it was like so incredibly ahead of its time.
Yeah, oh my God,
Yeah.
Is it? Now, is there any advice that your dad has given you, or a message, or just anything that you've really held on to that you still go to this day?
Interestingly enough, it never came from him, but it came kind of indirectly, maybe from him somewhere through other people. But like, I would always come to know the way he treated people on set or in the work environment, and there was no, from what I could tell from the way he worked, he had no giant ego on set, and he treated everyone really equally. And I organically was kind of doing that because I never really understood, the intense hierarchy that you see with some people's egos and such on any work environment, but definitely on set. And so I try and carry that with me. Quick story, but like I was in like a Lyft driving home one night, getting a ride home, and some guy was talking about how he was an actor and he was a stunt double, and he was saying, he found out I was an actor. He's like, I worked with all kinds of people, and they're all kind of had giant egos and whatnot. But one of the best guys I worked with was this guy John Candy, man. He was great, and I just was like, well, I happen to be his son, and he was like, what? No way, and he was so stoked to make that connection, and that was just like a random encounter of someone who had no idea who I was or whatnot, and it was very humbling to hear that. And so, again, that kind of energy that he kind of carried on set, I think, translates to what I take with me through my journey.
And to know that that's his reputation, that just must make you feel so good.
Yeah, definitely very blessed to have that be his reputation.